Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. We are here to solve this puzzle called Escape Sudoku by British author David McNeill. This puzzle was featured in the recent Sudoku Grand Prix and it was a completely original variant of Sudoku, and to be fair, I didn't even attempt it during the contest because I was afraid of this variant. It's so unusual. But when I solved it afterwards, I thought that's just brilliant. And I almost wish I had dared solve it. Well, I just hope I won't make a fool of myself now by solving it. So the special rule is that when you're going from one of those shaded cells, you must help them escape the room, but the room was in the previous variant. It must escape the grid. So how does it escape? Well, say after 7 you put a 6, then a 5, then a 4, then a 3, then a 2, then a 1, and the 1 just escapes the grid by the border. So you must count down the cells by going vertically or horizontally until you reach the edge of the grid with digit 1. And of course, you must do this while satisfying the rules of Sudoku. And each of the shaded digits must escape with a different route, meaning that the paths must be disjoint. So that's it. And let's just start by pencil marking this. And something of interest here is that 6 here wouldn't work. Because now, if I put a 6 here, 7 can't be next to a 6 this way or this way. And you see that the escaping path just doesn't work. So that's not a 6. It can't be continued. And actually, this 7 will continue with a 6 either here or there. And this 7 here won't have a 6 here or there, so it will have to be here or there. And that's interesting because we have a kind of X-wing here, a kind of twisted X-wing, where the 6s are either here or there. All right. Now this 9 must be next to an 8, and this is the way. Now you can see that the 7 will have to be here because those are not available. And you can see now that the 6 can't be here, so the 6 will be in one of those two places, which eliminates this option. So this 7 goes this way, and this 7 here goes this way. And this is not the 6. So I think I will draw lines to show how the paths are going. And so let's get back to it. With this, we can see that there has to be a 7 here because the rules of Sudoku still apply. And there has to be an 8 somewhere in here. And a 7 somewhere in here. So is this useful? I'm not sure. And with those 6s, there has to be a 6 in here. There are also, oh, and with this 6 actually, there has to be a 6 here and another 6 in this area. So let's draw this line. And let's ponder this 8. So this 8 will escape with a 7 in one of those two places. And the only way we can have a 6 next is with this 6, because those are too far away from this 7. So we can have this, and then the 5 won't be here, so it will have to be here. Or if I go this way, then the 5 will have to be here. So this is actually 5-7 pair. And then where is the 4? Well, there are quite a number of options, and I won't pencil mark that. Instead, I'm tempted to just... Oh, I'm seeing that this 6 also must move on to one of those places, which makes a second kind of X-wing on 5s. Wow, is that interesting? I'm not so sure. Oh, but yes, actually this 6 must have a 5 somewhere here, so that 5 is not possible. That's a 5, and that's the other 5, so this is 7. And I will draw the corresponding lines, so that now this 5 is continued with a 4 on either side. Alright, so now this 5 must continue with a 4 on one of 2 places. And this 5 here must continue with a 4 on one of 4 places, which, that's a lot of possibilities. But let's consider this 6. So how do we finish our path? So there are 3 options for 5. Well, actually, with the 5 here, this is not an option, so 5 must be somewhere here. So this is a 3, this is a 5, which means that this is not a 5, and that is a 5. So the corresponding 4, because of this, must be either here or there. And actually, we could have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That seems to work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, perhaps 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, there are still a number of options for this. Now, a 5 here would make this 4, 3, 2, 1, no. Oh, actually, if I try to put a 5 here, then this has to be the 4. I can't go here for the 3. If I try 3, 2, and 1, that seems to work. If I try 3, 2, and 1, that seems to work as well. So this is definitely an option. What about 5 here? 4, 3, 2 doesn't work. Perhaps 4 on the other side. 4, but now I can't exit the grid. 3, 2, this is blocked. So this 5 doesn't work. Doesn't work to the right, doesn't work to the left. So this is the real 5, that's the 4. Now 3 is not here, so 3 must be somewhere in here. And the options are with 2, 1, or 2, 1, or 2, 1. Well, there's just some choice. But what can be done in the realm of Sudoku? Oh, I've been missing this with the 6s. I can place a 6 here and a 6 there. So that's not a 6. Oh, and now this 6 prevents us from going this way with the 4, because the 4 would be stranded, so that's the 4. So where do we go next? Something that's important to note, I think, is that this 5 won't join this 2, just because of parity. There's an even distance between them, but an odd gap between 5 and 2. If I try 4 here, then 3 won't join the 2. So this 5 doesn't go through this 2, which means that this 5 won't cross this diagonal, and we have to exit on this side of the grid. And that's an important point. We have 4 starting points, and each one must end on some one on, well, must end on a wall, must escape through a 1 on some edge of the grid. So this 7 takes this side, which means that this 7 won't exit through this side, and because 4 is here, it will have to escape through this side, which means that we can't go this way. 4 will have to move on this way and end here. Whether the 2 is here or there still remains to be determined. But this is the way, this is the general way this will end. And we can see that this can't be a 2 anymore because this cell sees both cells here. And it can't be a 4, so by Sudoku, this is a 3. That's not a 4, so that's a 2, and the 2 is not here, it's there. So now one of the digits has escaped. That here is a 4 by the rules of Sudoku. 2 and 3 here, so this is 1 or 9. But this is, oh yes, it could be a 1, where 4, 3, 2, 1. And actually, I'm tempted to say that this is mandatory. And the reason for that is that knowing that this here escapes through this border, this edge of the grid, this 8 will have to escape through this border of the grid. So this won't escape through this border of the grid. It will escape through this one. So this is 3, 2, 1, and that's a 7. This will escape through a 1 somewhere in here. Let's just draw this escape route. Or perhaps I should say route, as in French. 8 is not here, it's here. Here I need 4 and 9. There's a 4 here, so that's 9, that's 4. Here I need 7 and 8. In this column, perhaps here, yes, 2 on this row can only be here, which is interesting because now I know that the escape will be through a 2 on this column. Here I need 1 and 9. Here I need 1, 8, and 9, but actually 1 can't be here because 1 on this side of the grid, on this edge of the grid, must be used to access the border. So that's the 9. This one can be accessed through a 2 here, and I'm starting to think that it will have to be so. So that's, here is a 1. Here, oh, this can't be a 4. So the 4 is here. I can't go here through a 3, but this could still be 3 and 9. That's a 3-9 pair anyway. Here I get a 1 an 8-9 pair. So 4 goes through a 3, but 3 here would put a 2 there, which would clash. So that's the 3, so that's a 6, and that's a 2, that's the 1. And now this path is escaping. So, oh, and this 4 here says that the correct 4 is there. Now let's do just some Sudoku. Here I need a 6. Here I need a 5 and a 9. The 2 on this row is here. So here I need a 3 and a 9. Here I need a 5 and a 9. So I get a 9 here. No, sorry about that. I get a 9 here. Actually, because of this 3, the only way to have this 4 escape is to go this way. And then there's still some ambiguity about the 1. So that will be resolved by Sudoku, I guess. There's a 1 and an 8 here. That's a 7. Here I need an 8 and a 4. And this 8 disambiguates the lot. So the escape route is finally here. And this is now a 3, and this is a 1. And this finishes the solve of this absolutely, wow, now I'm lost for words. English is not my first language, obviously. So this is really a very fun puzzle, a very nice idea, and it was really suited for a short time contests, something like that. It was really suited for speed solving. That's the word. So really, really lovely. Thanks for watching this video and see you soon on SudoKanard.